Hi all, Cynthia here, back with another couple of pages in the mini album that I was creating for my stepdaughter and her partner. Now, I should be saying that because they've recently moved in together. So I've taken a piece of paper here, and I probably have a layout on the back side of this page. So what I'm doing is I have a Heidi Swap planner, and I've taken all the pages out, and I'm just using product that come from my kits that I received from the Wild Hair Kits. And I think the product that I'm using this month is probably my November kit, where I asked for a lot of Pink Fresh Studio product, but I'm also pulling in some product as well from a previous stashes. So obviously this here is from Jan Hatfield. I think it's the Patio Party, was it? Patio Party collection, I think. Maybe. Hopefully you can read it at some stage when it comes up. I really wanted to use that bicycle because these two young loves went off and did one of those art classes, you know, where you go off and drink wine and you paint a picture and you have a wonderful time, that type of stuff. All romantic and gushy type of stuff. They headed off and did that, and their picture that they painted was of a bicycle leaning against a wall or something like that. So I wanted to put the bike on this one. And now I just go through the big stack of ephemera that I have. So this bowl that I have here is product from previous Wild Hair Kits, and also the ephemera that actually come with the planner when I purchased the planner. So that just happens to be in there as well. And you can see just a little tiny little bit of it up in the top left-hand corner that has the ephemera that come with the current month's kit. So I go through both and see what I can use. Oh, excuse me, yawning. So I'm getting quite excited at the moment. These two are coming down for a visit. What was the day? In a week's time. A week today. So that's getting all exciting and we can't wait. They're down for about a week, a bit more. So we've got some time off and we'll go and do some stuff, which is lovely. So they live in Queensland. We live in Tasmania, so it's a couple of different states. I think the last time we saw them was maybe June, July last year when we went up there for a holiday. So looking forward to the catch-up. We do try to catch up a couple of times a year. Pulled off some of these coloured wood veneer pieces from the Pink Fresh Studio Indigo Heals 2 collection. And I think I put a couple of those on. I use a couple of the word phrases and, a couple of different other shapes. And I put those around as well. And now I'm just figuring out how to make the other stuff work. Excuse me while I yawn. So each time I do an album or a process video, I generally show a couple of pages. So you'll see this page, and then when I finish that, I'll move on to the next page. So just tucking that one in there. And then I think I add another couple of little bits and pieces, some acrylic pieces, once I figure out whether or not they have a backing on it, because sometimes you get acrylic pieces and they do have a backing on them, sometimes they don't, and here I go, scratching away at it, thinking, is there anything there that needs to peel? But no, there wasn't. And I do use this glue here to start with, but I come back in at some stage, probably off camera, maybe when the album was finished, I'm not too sure when, but I come back through and I use some matte gel medium to glue down the acrylic pieces. I just felt like the stuff in my fine line bottle was not strong enough for that. And I think that is done. I think about putting a couple of more stars on, but I don't believe I do. Pack it all up and then move on to the next one. So I set that aside and then I grab my album. So there's a look at the album that I'm using, and I've just grabbed the photo to see whether I have a back of a page already that I think it will work with, or whether I need to start a new one. So I decided that I will go with this page here. So the photo here is of their bed. Hayden recently made the bed, or the bed head, and the foot of the bed, if I remember correctly. So this is just a photo of it when he first done it, so I'm going to use that. So most of the photos here have been printed out at a 2x2 side. So I've been using the Project Life app, if I remember correctly, to print out the photos. And I'm just going to load those down. So I have that photo here of the house. I think that works quite well, as this is a photo of stuff around the house anyway. So it's a good time to use that one up. And I have this little piece here. I'm going to stick it on the edge there. Then I'm going to get my little powder container down, and I'll just take the stickiness off the back. I quite like having bits and pieces hang out over the edge. I thought about using that one, but decided that pink or orange flower was just the wrong colour. It was too bright, so I took that half of it off and just used the other half of the flower. I don't think I put that back on. Anything's possible with me. But there you go. Now I'm going through this embellishment kit, this embellishment container. So this is what came in the current month, to see whether I can make any of that work. And I thought this little cloud with dream on it was appropriate, as that's what you do when you go to bed. So I'll go through, I think I'm going to pop that up on a little bit of, so I've just been using up the negative of my chipboard pieces. So recently I popped all the chipboard out of the, what would you call it? I've popped it out of the sheet. That's it. That's what you'll call it. And I just have the leftover sheet, so I use those for a to pop some of the product up. Oh, words are not, as always, words are not coming. As always, I'm doing it bright and early in the morning when my brain's barely thinking. I've had one sip of coffee, but we're nearly coming to the end. Look, I have to apologise. There are no close-up photos. I sent the album off before I even gave a thought to take photos, so it's just going to come to an abrupt end with nothing else. But I still hope you enjoyed the process. If you did, as always, make sure you give me a thumbs up and let me know that you did. Feel free to leave a comment. I love reading your comments. There you go, little powder tool. Got rid of the stickiness, and I'm pretty much done. As always, thank you very much. Everyone have a lovely day, a lovely week, or a lovely month. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.